For plenary wey shele on Monday, October 27, 2025, Edo State House of Assembly raised concern say the condition of federal road for across the state don dey worse. The Speaker of the House, Right Honourable Blessing Agbegbaku, call on Federal Road Maintenance Agency wey dem dey call FERMA make dem quickly fix important roads like Oluku-Sobe Road, Benin-Auchi Road and Agbo Road, especially as festive season dey near. E tok say the bad road fit cause serious wahala for people wey dey travel.
Which members want to bring to your notice the situation of the people roads, especially federal roads in Edo State. In this season, let me use the Oluku 94 Sobe Ogbo Road as a case study. Because of the deplorable condition of Benin Auchi Road, everybody going to Edo North will not pass through the Oluku 94 Sobe through Solidar Road. That road now is a very terrible situation. That is the road, the people living in that central district, that is the road they pass through. I want to please approve my member to join me to call FERMA. Those days, FERMA were very proactive on issues about the terrible condition of roads. They always swing into action. But now, we are not feeling the presence of FERMA on our federal roads. Our company is doing a lot on Sapele Road, which is also a federal road. The government cannot deploy all its time on federal roads when it has federal roads in the state also happen. Please, I depart on me by this house. I want to appeal to FERMA to please take action to make sure all those federal roads they are in good state for citizens to plan. With the authority of my members, I'm saying this today to appeal to them to visit the 94, the Oluku 94 Sobe Road so that they can start visiting it, so that this Ember period will be very safe for our citizens to enjoy. Not only the 94 Sobe Road, the Benin Auchi Road is also a very serious condition. That is also a federal road. Our governor is already handling the Sapele Road, which is also a federal road. So please, we call on FERMA to please swing into action. Another very again is Agbo Road. Agbo Road, there's no sign of FERMA on any of those roads. So please, by the pressure of this last call from FERMA, please move to sites to start palliative on those roads. Like the other committee headed by the leader, over a man that was swimming around here. I want to also applaud the committee of the property has been given back to the man. Remaining the money that was taken from the man, the 18 million, is yet to be funded as I've said, we are support to those who are fighting because those who have been cheated. We are there to make sure we go into the matter, make sure nobody is cheated. So I want to tell the committee that we are here to get the report. Please, because of that, we let people know how far gone that report. I want to speak to the committee to call on my component chairman of our West that the road leading from Somer to Kaula is not meant for heavy duty vehicles. That road is meant for low duty vehicles. First, to my best surprise, at night, those soldiers at that junction will open the other side for them in blind and creating potholes on that road. Last week, I invited contractors to visit the road again and start doing repairs on that road because of the trucks that are passing there. So I want to call on the conventional to please interact with the head of the soldiers there that should not have the way. Should not have the way. That road is not meant for heavy vehicles. It's meant for low vehicles. So I tell that this embarkment. So thank you very much.
One petition with them titled Threats to Life, Kidnappings, Killings, and Malicious Damage of Farms from AKK area of Owan East Local Government also show face for the House. The Speaker talks say one suspect with them called Ujama dey police hand and he beg make them no release him, but make them investigate and prosecute him. Them carry the matter go join House Committee on Public Petitions and Security, where them tell make them do investigation and come back with reports inside 2 weeks.
The petition dated 1st October 2025 from AKK area community Owan East Local Government area, Edo State, against the Honorable Speaker of the Assembly that to threat to act, kidnapping, malicious damage to our crops, that Ujama Ibrahim, his wife and cows, a grant for the intervention to save the lives and properties of the indigenous of the AKK area community in Owan East Local Government area of Edo State. That's why they are calling on this house to intervene. The area community comprises of 4 villages, namely AKK area, Esioriri area, Olele area, and Obia area, and each of the villages of part, they are separate as area community for part of the component land made up of one is of government area. The AKK area communities are predominantly farmers, and their source of livelihood is mainly farming. Within the period of the past 6 months, Ujama Ibrahim, a Fulani man, together with his boys, brought his cow to the AKK area community, entered into our farmland without the consent, authority of the village head of AKK area, and started a policy for lawful grazing of his cow, and in the process started using force and deliberate dispossessions the indigenous of AKK area community farmland, using the cows on the farmland to feed his cow. Is also engaged in kidnapping and killings of some of the villagers in that community. So they are calling the house to please take action and get this law out of their villages. It is just stated here that right now the man is before the police, and I agree that the police should try prevent him from coming, and it's not releasing, he should be protected. And they want the house to have their voice to ensure that justice is done. Thank you so much. documents of our colleague, member representing Oma East. I think, okay, this picture I've seen before, where the kids will go together. I think the member of the Oma East has shown us this picture before. I think this name, this Ujama has been, his name has been the peak of calling this man negatively in Oma East, precisely the EDHA community. The EDHA community, they mobilized their chiefs here to see me, and that was around August. We also did a report of this Ujama, who is a Fulani man that has also brought other Fulani men to that community, and they don't have peace. People living in Iraq must have peace. And right now, they said the Ujama is with the first headquarters. Ujama has been causing problem in the Iraq community, which I know the member representing our East is very much aware of. Right now that the Ujama is before the police, I want to appeal to our police to please investigate the man properly. Investigate properly. If found wanting, he should be prosecuted. So that peace can come into Iraq. Iraq has been under siege for a very long time, that I know. Because I also have some friends who live in Iraq. If you post the chat to Iraq, they are strong. The next thing they do, they retire corruption. So I'm doing that, there are no chats in Iraq. They sent me a list of their individuals in Iraq that we should please employ them as teachers in Iraq. Since teachers have refused to resume in their schools, no teachers in Iraq now that they are appealing that they should employ their IDG for teaching their students there. So it's so sad. On this house, please to join me and join our member representing Oma East, because I know that he's people are well. They're observing the Iraq. Because this is the big here, they can't go to Iraq to fight there. So join me to make sure that this menace that is stopped. So on that note, I want to call the people of police. I will know that Ghana is in discussion. I should please be investigated and prosecuted accordingly. This petition is hereby referred to our committee on security. Please look at the petition and come back to this house within 2 weeks. Clear. Next question.
The House still received message from the governor, Senator Monday Okpebholo, wey send 30 copies of bill to amend Edo State Local Government Electoral Law of 2012. The bill enter for first reading. 2 other bills still join, wey dem put for second reading, and one na to establish Edo State Economic Planning and Development Council, and the other one na to create Housing Estate and Real Estate Regulatory Authority. Dem also present report on the law wey go cancel Edo State Sanitation and Pollution Management Law 2023 and put new one wey go guide sanitation and waste management for Edo State. The report get 11 findings and 1 recommendation, and dem talk about environmental safety, how waste collectors go register, say make people no dey throw dirty for street anyhow, and how dem go enforce law against anybody wey break environmental rules. Dem still talk say the bill fit create job and bring money for the state, and the House come adopt the report and plan to continue discussion later. Another bill wey show face na the one to establish Edo State Agricultural Development Authority 2025 as e don pass second reading. Majority Leader Honorable Jonathan Ibamawu talk say the bill go help manage money for agriculture wella and support farmers for Edo State. The bill don go Committee on Agriculture, make them from checkmate am well.
I've addressed the Honorable Speaker, Edo State House, and said that to forwarding of 30 copies of a
Please, slate for first.
This for a law to establish the Edo State Economic Planning and Development. First reading.
To establish the Edo State Economic Planning and Development. A bill for a law to establish the Edo State Economic Planning and Development.
Number 11. The bill for a law to establish the Edo State Housing Estate and Real Estate Regulatory Agency and for connected purposes. First reading.
A bill for a law to establish the Edo State Housing Estates and Real Estate Regulatory Agency and for connected purposes. First reading. Clerk, please state for second reading. Next one.
Order 12. The bill for a law to amend the Edo State Local Government Electoral Law 2012 and for matters connected therewith. First reading.
It has been handled for that letter. So next one.
Order 13. Presentation and consideration of the report of the House Committee on Environment, Sustainability and Transport on the bill for a law to repeal the Edo State Sanitation and Pollution Management Law 2023 and to enact a law to provide for sanitation, pollution and waste management law in Edo State and for connected purposes.
That report is in the name of a member representing Upper East. Are you ready for the report?
Mr. Speaker, on Tuesday, the 16th day of September 2025, President the House prepared a bill along with the existing sanitation and pollution management law 2023 and to enact a law to provide for sanitation, pollution, and waste management law in Edo State and for connected purposes to our committee. Mr. Speaker, the committee met several times and we were able to go out with a report. And the report is released.
Thank you very much, members. Report of the House Planning Committee on Environment, Stability and Transport on the bill for the law to repeal the Edo State Sanitation and Pollution Management Law 2023 and to enact the law to provide for sanitation, pollution and waste management law in Edo State and for connected purposes as just been presented in the House. We just read that.
Mr. Speaker, the House Committee Chairman, the Government, Sustainability and Transport, has thus presented to report to this House. The INOA applied, and the House will solve it to the rule. Mr. Speaker, Jenny Toga, Mr. Chairman, why remain on your chair?
Adopted by the House. We say aye. Those against say aye. Members, the board, where the report of the House Planning Committee on Environment, Sustainability and Transport on the bill for the law to repeal the Edo State Sanitation and Pollution Management Law 2023 and to enact a law to provide for sanitation, pollution and waste management law in Edo State and for protected purpose. The report brought out 11 findings and one single body recommendation. An agreement that the recommendation should be adopted by this House. Please say aye. Those against say nay. Aye. declared condition of this report should be stated for another date. Next question.
For the law to establish the Edo State Agricultural Development Authority 2025, second reading.
By law to establish the Edo State Agricultural Development Authority 2025, second reading. Second reading is for us to debate on this bill. On that note, the should move the motion for debate and be seconded by the President debate board. President.
Thank you, Mr. Leader. Mr. Speaker, we have for us a bill to establish a Edo State Agricultural Development Authority 2025. I want to humbly apply that this House adopt this bill for discussion or deliberation. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Motion is moved by the leader and seconded by the minority leader. That the bill for the law to establish a Edo State Agricultural Development Authority 25 should proceed for second reading for debate. If you're in agreement, please say aye. Those against say nay. Aye. The floor is yours. Just leader.
Mr. Speaker, of this bill is to ensure that there is control, effective control and management of funds that relates to agriculture in those states. Mr. Speaker, you agree with me when we passed 2025 budget. The sum of 6 billion was earlier provided for agriculture. But because of the exigency and demand to ensure that there are specific things to be put in place, that was amended and was increased to the sum of 50 billion. So this morning, Mr. Speaker, goes to what is called affordable. Those things give some accusations like 10 billion. We're expected to get like 30 billion in return. So it was something the state government was rightfully happy and interested to undertake. As they were ready to provide something more. This is to ensure that everybody have food to eat in this state. And thus, promoting the shrine agenda of Mr. Governor. Mr. Speaker, it is worrisome to see that most of this Calabar fund that comes into the state based on the Calabar payment we are also made on our own spend. These monies, they are not well managed, they are not well utilized. So the essence of this bill is to control this. Mr. Speaker, on November 11, for example, 2024, the government was sworn in November 12th. November 11, 6,000 bags of fertilizer disappeared from the store. Today, the panel is still looking to see how those bags of fertilizer 6,000 bags disappeared. But what is worrisome to us now? The money this government is providing now, so project online officers, they spend this money without reports, even to the government. Because you have something like what they call impress, you have Fadama, you have IFAD, different projects, other agriculture that is funded to mind that if you have more food, if you have supply of equipment, if you have people well trained to ensure that the intention of government, the intention of boosting And when the governor asked, he was told that, well, that is how it's structured. So when they raise their memo, so just send it to Abuja, and give them the money, and they spend the money. So the essence of this budget, this bill that the Speaker maintained, is to see that all of these funds from all sources are created. There should be a control. There should be somebody that is having money as well. There should be somebody to also say before this money leaves, one way or the other, let us have an budget that we look at it. Not one project man or project woman just sitting down to spend billions without recourse to the governor of the state executive council of the state. Even we as a African people oversight them because they will tell you that it's a body that is structured along a path that is defined as a work with people that are supervising them one way or the other in Abuja. I think if the government is spending their money, the state government money is put into this kind of project to see that people are helped, people are taken out of poverty and hunger. We should be able to ask questions how our money is used. If I spend 10 billion and somebody is now supporting my 10 billion with 30 billion, don't I have a reason to ask what that money is being spent for? So this is the essence of trying to have a body that will be able to ensure that all the monies from all sources to facilitate agri growth and development in those states is put in place so that there should be control, there should be management, effective management, accountability, transparency in what we do. Because somebody cannot tell me that I got 10 million, I will use the 10 million entirely for training, for sensitization. Whereas this kind of money, maybe we will be able to help the state to get some charters to work in the respective constituencies in our state. So the essence of this bill, Mr. Speaker, is to ensure that all these agencies will be pulled together, they can work with the respective local governments, and at the end of the day, we all know where our money is going to. So principally, the essence, like I said, is to see that there is effective control and management of all the funds, especially funds from donors. Because at the end of the day, you are supposed to give them a report of how your money that you give to you is spent. But the government's intention for bringing the out part of the funding is to see that we have agriculture waste delivered, let us have food. The government has gone to open some areas, specific areas, want to have farm settlements. Maybe you can go to a place to search for rice, you go to a place for vegetable, you go to a place to search for cassava. We cannot train people, integrate them into this farming system, train them to fishery, animal husbandry. But there are some places that see this money as that kind of fund you take it without making recourse to anybody. So Mr. Africa might take to ensure that we have control, we have accountability of all monies of this government. That is the essence. Why we are trying to promote this bill, so that at the end of the day, whatever comes to those states will be well accounted for. So I want to humbly call my colleagues to join me to join Mr. Governor to see that all the money we get in those states is well utilized, and people will have food, and they will have it sufficient. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I want to say, sir, that man being mostly urban, but intensely rural, my constituency has given me instruction that I should support this bill with vehemence. looking at the content of this bill, it is in line with the objective of the agrarian sector of my constituency that contributes meaningfully, sir, in the agricultural produce in the state. My only observation, which I think it is subject to review, is that looking at the bill being presented as a new bill, I was thinking that I have seen a bill like this, a similar bill like this, as chairman of a law reform commission. So I don't know whether we are going to look at our archive to confirm if there's an existing bill that we are going to improve. But on the face of it, sir, I want to say that the issue of giving information to farmers on the present day agricultural practices, which is capable of improving yields and thereby improving the life of the ordinary person, cannot be overemphasized. Today, sir, I know that there are some plantains that are capable of having 2-3 bunches. Yet, we are still dealing with one. If one is good, 2 is better, sir. And if 2 is better, 3 is the best. Mr. Speaker, most of the plantain produced in Ugbokili, Abumere 2, Ugboki, if they have the misfortune of a heavy rain falling a day or 2 before the market day, some will rot away because of inability to move them to township. Happily, sir, this bill is talking about rural connectivity to the urban. That is, making routes to rural areas. Mr. Speaker, my constituent said I should speak quickly on this matter so that my constituency will be remembered first in connecting the rural area to the urban area. So I want to put it on the record that immediately after the majority leader I spoke, so that when the roads are being constructed to the hinterlands, my constituency should be considered, because we need to bring those wet, those heavy cocoyam from Ogogo houses to town. Most of them are bought at very low value, therefore causing the farmers to be disillusioned, and they don't have this mind to farm so much again because they don't get value for the products that usually come out because they are not able to transport to town. With this, Mr. Speaker, they are going to be able to produce, get it to the market in town, and get value for their efforts. Mr. Speaker, I also want to use this opportunity to emphasize my constituents' expectation of credit facility for better farming, because this bill, incidentally, is also talking about giving loans to farmers, even though repayable. But those are loans that will make their yield to be better, and they will happily repay. Mr. Speaker, I want to inform you that my constituents are very rich cocoa farmers. And as cocoa farmers, cocoa has turned to gold. They want to expand. And by the passage of this bill, ability to get credit for expansion becomes possible. So they say I should push vigorously for the hasty passage of this bill so that they can be able to access funds for expansion. Mr. Speaker, so many persons in my constituency have taken to that old EDHA when we were in primary school, we read one book then where it was said that farming in livestock, especially cow, is not indigenous to the Fulanis. My friends here who understand Greek will concur with me that at that time we used to sing Uji no Bemila or Egedegbe. Emila no me Isenyagi Yakin. Agafe Femila Efebugoe. Our people have decided to Femila sir. And to do that, this bill will give them coverage. This bill will secure their investment in livestock development. This bill will ensure that in breeding, those animals that are adaptable to the local environment is emphasized. So they also said that I should support this bill. I mean the livestock farmers in my constituency. Mr. Speaker will also know that it is in my constituency that we house perhaps the biggest national agricultural asset, Nigeria Institute for Oil Palm Research. And as a fallout of that, many persons have taken the issue of palm farming as a pastime. So they have said too that I should tell this house to hastily pass this bill so that in the next farming season they will be able to access loan, government loan at single-digit interest to farm in the area of palm plantation. I want to also announce, Mr. Speaker, that
Online the house is Mr. Speaker will get silence.
I want to also announce, Mr. Speaker, that I am personally interested in that type of farming because some have told me about the benefits that is accrued, which I also see in their living style. Mr. Speaker, I want to recommend to you for the last time, sir, the farming that borders on coconut. That is part of what is being emphasized in this bill, that you can plant coconut and have about 300 bunches per season. And if you have 100 trees, coconut trees, times it by 500 per coconut, a millionaire is made, not making. So, coconut farming is another issue that is covered by this bill. The reason this bill should have been passed before 10 years ago, as we already said. But since it was not passed 10 years ago, the best time to pass it is now.
That's the next of it by doing. So that's what I'm saying. You should go back and tell your customers that we're ready for them. That's why this bill is brought to this house. So tell them that do this for me. Otherwise,
Mr. Speaker, I rise this morning to support this bill. Mr. Speaker, it is coming at a very nice and germane time. It's coming this period to address some of the ills we have experienced in the past. Mr. Speaker, for instance, the last administration planned, they established a farm at Sobe, where we were told that the only sum of 1.2 billion naira was expended on that farm.
can you please be audible to listen?
Yes, sir. And Mr. Speaker, the outcome was very, very woeful. Mr. Speaker, this bill, like I said, is coming at the very right time, and I have the authority of my constituents to speak on this, and I'm also speaking on it as a farmer, not like those who are spoken eloquently, but they are not farmers. Mr. Speaker, I am a farmer. And
Who is not a farmer?
Eh?
Are you going to now?
The minority leader is not a farmer.
The
The minority leader is not a farmer.
You brought me some tree crops.
But I know it's very close.
Over 40.
So, Mr. Speaker, on a very serious note, this bill is coming at a very nice time, and I think we need to commend Governor for bringing us this idea that will help us to shaping the agricultural sector. Except that I am sure when this bill is referred to the committee, I have seen some areas where the committee will work, and I know that the chairman of that committee is very, and so we will be able to come up with a very fine bill that will be beneficial to the people of this state.
My close friends have said to align this bill, hook line, and sinker. On that note, I want to put a question that if you are in agreement that this bill should scale through second reading, please say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The aye. Committee of Agriculture for proper scrutiny and consult member representing over this. It will go through the Committee of Agriculture where the eyes will be taken properly and the T crossed. Next bill, Chairman of Agriculture. What is the problem?
The constitution of being failure to provide for the protection of government property, establish the Edo State Property Protection Committee for other matters connected with community.
Order 15 by the Federal.
The House come adjourn sitting go Tuesday, October 28, 2025 by 10 a.m. Make una no forget, say, as we see am, na so we dey talk am. We know they take blame. We hear fame or no see more. TMC News.